cats.
Cats are so proud of their buttholes.
They love it.
Hello, welcome to Bardic Aggravation.
Hello.
That's Rick. I'm Kent.
Yeah.
Brandon is conspicuously absent today.
This is Brandon today.
We don't even know why. All right, so what we're doing today is it's time. It's time we do this consent form thing as responsible gamers.
Is it time?
It's time. We can't play these games anymore without the safety rails.
Right.
It's too risky. It's too dangerous. So we've been convinced that it's time to do this. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it in front of you guys.
Well, my parents put guardrails on my bunk bed.
Because Rick was too stupid to just lay in a bed.
Oh my God, I fell out of that bunk bed so many times.
See, that's what I mean. You have to be careful. Otherwise, we get babies flying all over the bedroom.
Oh my God,
we can't have that.
Gotta have the mouth guard, the guardrails, the strap. This consent form uses the green, yellow, red scale. Do you understand what that is?
Like a traffic light?
Yes. Green means
go.
Haha. Yellow means drive faster.
It means yield if there are other people in the way. So I don't know, how does it work in this game?
I would say it's a little
I'm
bit
not
stormy,
sure.
so.
If I'm
Not so much, but we all know what red means.
It's a maybe. Yeah, red means no.
Red,
Stop.
no.
That's enough of that.
So we got the green light system going here. So remember, regardless of what you put on this form, you can change this form at any time.
Damn straight.
You can change this. You are allowed and encouraged to withdraw consent whenever you would like, Ken.
And I will.
You stop me.
Left and right. I'll be just, nope, I changed my mind.
You know I'll go deep.
Because I like to make challenge the DM. You want to change that consent all the time. Keep them on their toes. They like that. It's fun. They don't have enough to worry about.
All right, in terms of horror, you are comfortable interacting with... We're going to go alphabetically here because that's how they do it.
That's good. That's safe.
Amnesia and memory loss. Would that be a green, yellow, or red? What do you think? I mean, have you ever woke up from a coma and played D&D and thought, don't talk about my coma?
Right. Because that could happen. Let's put that yellow.
Yellow? Okay.
Yeah.
How about going feral? Like Berserker Barrage, like Wolverine, animalistic behavior.
Me going feral or somebody else?
Anything feral. That would just throw you right off.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Old Yeller. Let's make that yellow.
Okay, yellow, okay.
That movie was traumatic.
Let's go to 10 on this. I don't even know if I should say this word, because this is probably a word I can't even say on YouTube.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll bleep it if I have to.
Bestiality.
Ooh. What?
Why is this on this?
Is that really on there?
This next one is bestiality, dude. What is bestiality? You know what? Maybe that's from that's some Baldur's Gate 3 shit.
I was going to say, right? The bear.
Fucking the bear.
If you're a druid and you fall in love with your thing, or a wizard, you fall in love with your familiar, you might want to it. Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
It's yellow for you.
Yeah.
Blood. How do you feel about blood itself?
Well,
You bloody nose.
green.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yeah. You don't like the light.
I guess you got a little lightheaded, so yeah. Well,
Do you faint when you see blood?
no, but I might. My character might.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Okay. Body horror. I don't know what body horror is. And
It's the broad.
It says this is minor to moderate body horror. Does that mean piercing your nose?
I was gonna,
I don't
like
know.
hanging by hooks from the ceiling, or
That I would say
the
that's
alien
severe.
coming
Is
out
that
of your
severe?
chest cavity.
Is that? Oh yeah. So I can't use that, can I?
When you pulled the skin off of Brandon's
I
character's
did
hand.
pull the skin off his hand. I mean,
I rather
didn't.
enjoyed that.
He did it himself.
He allowed it to happen.
He did. He went with it. He said yes and.
Yeah, that was
All right.
fun.
Yeah,
Yellow.
with the minor.
Yellow.
Bodily fluid, excluding blood, like vomit, bile, pus.
Yellow.
Yellow breast milk. Too?
Apropos, it's yellow.
You're cool.
Breast milk, red.
What? You don't like that whole?
It's chunky. Milk shouldn't be chunky.
Next thing we got here is creepy to a lot of people. Bugs and insects.
No, red.
Red? No bugs?
Nope.
No insects?
No insects
Not
at
even
all.
crawling out of your mouth.
Not anywhere in the
Should
campaign.
I stop talking like that? Crawling out of your mouth or your nose?
Even if we're playing the druid, I don't want them wild shaping into a spider or a centipede or a...
So your druid at the table
Frank
better not
Mantis.
turn into one.
They have to respect my consent form.
Okay, they better stop that right now.
You better tell her.
No, I'm gonna tell
Because
her.
that's
not cool.
disrespectful. If my
That's not
consent
cool.
form says no
Exactly.
bugs and your druid turns into a bug,
Change.
they're being very,
Change.
very
Yeah.
selfish.
I don't care what your fantasy is about bugs.
No.
Mine is a no.
Yeah, you
See
can't
if
play
it's
your
not
character the way you want to because you have to respect my consent.
deep water.
No. No.
Holy sh!
You know what? Down there,
Imagine falling in a
it's
well.
horrible down there. Yeah, no, wells. Timmy fell in the well all the time.
All right, let's go with the next one. Dismemberment. I feel like we've talked about this already.
Yeah, body horror.
Body
We
horror, the
covered that.
blood, dismemberment. Because we and you're okay with that. Only if it's yellow and someone else.
Bingo.
See, I'm learning your.
It's
I'm
great
learning
when
your thing.
your DM, yes, they pay attention. See how he's actually listening to me? I feel validated.
Do you feel
I feel
hurt?
listened to.
What if during the game I replace you with a doppelganger? Doppelgangers. What do you think about body snatchers, dude?
No. Red.
Red?
Yeah, no.
Come on.
That's a fear of mine. What if you replace me with a doppelganger and then the doppelganger offends an NPC and I'm blamed for that and I make sure never to offend people, so no. That's
He doesn't
red.
know your lights. He doesn't know your
he
lights.
doesn't. He doesn't know the lines that I will not cross. And if I can't, no, I'm not going to get a reputation for being offensive. That.
Would I be able to read stuff out for you? Would you, as a GM, would I be able to say I'm never going to talk about eye trauma?
Only if I say.
Only if you.
If I say green, okay. I mean, if you have eye trauma as a DM, then certainly don't put it in the game.
Okay, I don't know if because you had it green, I should force it in. Because you like it, obviously. If it's green, you like eye trauma.
Yes. Does my consent trump your consent?
Right. Who wins the consent battle?
Who does? That's a good question. Put it in the comments. Whose consent is more important, the DMs or the players? I'm going to say mine is.
But I think mine is.
Of course you do. That's why we're going to have you guys settle this. So for now, it's about my consent form. So.
Yes, this is about the player's consent.
So yes, if you don't like eyeball trauma and I do, you still have to put it in the game.
That's that's the line I wanted to know.
This is what this is all about. You can't tell me how to role play, but I can tell you how to DM. You see, that's very symbiotic.
That makes,
it's very give and take.
Yeah. I want to make your game happy and fun.
And that's your job.
I got it. Now I'm getting it.
See, it's so simple. It makes everything easier, these things.
Let's talk about ghosts and spirits.
Ooh, okay.
What do you think of ghosts and spirits?
No, that's a red.
Hallucinations. What if you're hallucinating something? What if I slip something into your drink like Bill Cosby?
No, that would have... I would have to say red to hallucination, and I'll tell you why.
I want to hear
Again, I don't want to be a pain in the ass. I want to justify it. If I'm playing a fantasy role-playing game, I don't want fantasy stuff in it. And a hallucination is like a fantasy. So that would ruin the immersion for me.
Now we're talking about harm to children.
Which children? It depends. If the child's an asshole, then it won't bother me. Yellow. I reserve the right to change my mind depending on the child.
What about neck and throat trauma, though?
No.
What if it's a
I
vampire?
don't even know why. I just had a visceral reaction.
The vampire's like...
No vampires.
No?
No, so no.
But that's the whole romantic side of the whole game. That's my whole thought
Romantic
process.
for some people, but not for me.
Did you ever see Sookie Stackhouse? Come on. Romantic as hell.
Her mouth's all fucked up.
The undead. Necromancy. And zombies.
No.
That's like half a D&D, dude. I can't put a red mark on half a D&D.
Not the half I want to play. Nope. Because that stuff could happen. And if it could happen in real life, I don't want it in my fantasy game. So there's going to be a zombie apocalypse any day now. They're going to start
you think
taking over. Of course. It's a, what do you call it? Extinction event, and it's coming. So no, I don't want anything real in my fantasy game like zombies.
Okay, so no zombies, no undead.
No.
Okay, so you're limiting me with what I can play with. But okay, let's talk about something else real. Rats.
No rats. I lived in New York City. I had rats. There's a rat in our backyard right now that it just won't take the bait from the trap. So no, definitely no rats. I hate fighting rats anyway. The first encounter is always, let's fight some rats.
Okay, I feel
now I'm an adventurer. Now I'm an exterminator.
How about sensory losses? Like you become like Daredevil and you're blind. Or you're deaf. Or you can't taste.
No, that reminds me of COVID. No.
Oh my God, yes. I didn't think about that.
That's too fresh.
Oh,
Way
it's
too
triggering.
fresh.
Oh, the COVID.
I couldn't taste my ice cream during COVID, and I was so upset.
I was so mad.
I have Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle, and I couldn't smell it. And that was very distressing, so no.
That's torture. Physical or psychological.
Definitely not psychological, because everybody has a family, and that's what families do.
That is
Too
what
real.
your families do. That's too much. Oh my God.
Physical torture.
I put you on the rack. Inquisition, more type stuff even.
I'm going to go with the green if you do it to Brandon, but yellow, red for me.
So, for somebody else,
Brandon specifically.
you could be in the table while I do it to someone else.
Yes.
Not you.
Not me.
Let's talk about other things you don't like romance.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a small little section here. What are you comfortable with in terms of interactions that include only NPCs? Is that okay with romance NPCs?
Between the NPCs?
You and the NPCs.
You're telling a story, right? In a role-playing game, you're telling a story. And romance is an important part in all those. It was sorely lacking from Lord of the Rings. Here's what I want to do. I want to sit at the table, and I want to know that there is romance in this world. I never want to hear about it or see it.
Ooh, so you're talking about the fade to black method.
Nope, we don't even get to the fade to black. It just never is never talked about. We just have an understanding that it's happening somewhere at some time in this world, but we never encounter it.
So you just destroyed my whole romance list. They're all red for you.
All red, yeah.
What about, like, pregnancy? Would you deal with that? Would you just pretend like it didn't happen, but the person's pregnant, or should we not have pregnancy?
Yeah, you shouldn't have pregnancy. I shouldn't see it, because then that'll trigger me to go, there was some romance there. I'm aware. I mean, I guess you could see a pregnant woman, and I'll just assume she's fat for my own safety.
Okay. Are you comfortable with interactions that include sex between PCs? This is sex, not even romance.
Sex
it's
between
cool.
PCs.
PCs, like sitting at the table next to someone and describing how you're them.
This is just too silly to be even fucking... Next.
How about sexual bondage?
Next.
How about non-sexual bondage?
Red. No bondage.
Okay, so if you are...
I can't be arrested, put into handcuffs. I can't be tied up. I can't... in fact, you can't even use the hold person spell on me.
Really?
Nope.
You don't want to be held and not be able to move.
That's bondage.
You're right. You're correct, actually.
So no hold person spell, no force cage.
So...
None of that, no. No paralysis, no turn to stone. Can't have it.
You can't... You always have to be able to move.
Yes.
What about, like, black tentacles? That spell, where it holds you.
Have arts black ten? No.
Yeah,
No entangle, no grasping binds. No, I can't, none of that, because that'll trigger me.
This sheet is really telling me a lot about myself.
Good. That's what it's for.
I feel like I'm getting to know really what's going on inside me, and I don't like it.
Isn't it great?
I don't like it.
It's freeing.
I don't like it, though.
The more that you can narrow your world down to a little tiny safe space, the more free you are.
What about genocide?
Who's Gina?
This one's tough. Slavery.
Red. No slavery. Your bad guys cannot be slavers, because if you have one of your bad guys who's a slaver, it might make me hate your bad guy too much. You don't really want to hate the bad guy, because hate's a very ugly concept.
It's bad. Anxiety and panic attacks.
No, that's the whole point of this. If you put anxiety and panic attacks in there, you're going to give people anxiety and panic. What's the matter with you?
I shouldn't have even read it. I know. I'm sorry.
Who designed this sheet?
I'm gonna say red.
Good Lord.
Red. How about just in general autoimmune diseases?
I don't know what those are. Red.
How about cancer or similar diseases? Just diseases like that in general.
I like cancer. Green.
Let's get into serious mental issues now, like depression. Should I even have a whole game about depression?
Yes. Depression is a human emotion. We all have it. The whole table has depression. So I don't see how you even get around it. Because if I have to role play somebody who's not depressed, that would stress me out. Then I'd get anxious. So no, I want to be able to, there should be depression everywhere.
It should be like you want it. That's dark cloud over the whole campaign.
Yeah, we're all free to be depressed, and that's empowering. The appeal and the charm of my character to the viewers is going to be how depressed he is. Because that's always very fascinating to watch.
Very sad.
A depressed character.
There's a few here that I think I popped together, like drowning.
Drowning?
Electrocution.
Drowning?
Drowning. Michigan.
Drowning.
Drowning. I got some good ones. So now, check this out. Hypnotism. Do you think we could put hypnotism in it?
I can't think of a single reason why it would be triggering to me, but I'm sure it would be in the game, so red.
So we'll just get rid of it.
Get rid of it. No hypnotism.
So no, like, enchantment spells, pretty much.
Right. No,
'Cause
no.
I can't
What do you, yeah.
mind
No
stuff.
charm.
I saw
No.
Laura Bailey do it.
I was going to go, so?
So?
She's very triggering. She's always drawing dicks.
Okay, what about animals?
Harm to animals, we're stepping into real Rick and Ken right now. Harm to animals for me would be the best way to make me hate the bad guy. So if you were going to do that, do it, use it well. And now I will hunt that fucker down for the whole game until I can torture them to death. So that would be a good use of animal harm.
How about miscarriages? We played that shit.
Who put miscarriages in a fucking fantasy role-playing game? For fuck's sake. Who even thought to put this on the list? Miscarriages. What? Fine. Put miscarriage. Yes, fine.
Fine,
How about
miscarriage.
what if the fucking big bad is one big miscarriage?
So how do you feel about having a consent form? Do you feel safe? Do you feel much better about this now?
I feel so much better. Like, I was really stressing out about starting this new campaign because, you know, you just never know. This game, it's very dangerous. It's not a safe game.
It's not like it's something that's fake or make-believe. This is real.
So yes, a consent form is definitely something you should be using in your game. You saw how that went. You saw how much better I feel, and he seems to as well. And now we can sit down and play the game knowing these things, and there won't be any miscommunication, misunderstandings. Nobody's going to get triggered. Nobody's going to get their feelings hurt. Even though, knowing myself, this is all done and set in stone, but that's going to become frustrating for me later when I can't find ways to complain. So I'm going to want to create new things as I play so that I have something to complain and whine about and ruin his whole game.
Double this. I think it could be bigger.
We're going to add.
I mean,
to
there's
it.
only like 10 pages here, so I think we can really just thicken
That
this
should be like a player's handbook.
Exactly. It should be
Like 300 pages. Yeah.
300. Perfect.
We're actually, maybe that'll be our Kickstarter. So pay
Kickstarter,
attention to that, and you can help us fund our consent handbook. Now go play D&D, Pathfinder, DC-20, whatever, responsibly.
However you want.
And you're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.